Okay, so this is a little video that you're going to see in a minute, which is a question and answer session I did for a machinery company. Really what they did, they just emailed me a list of questions which they wanted to know the answer for, which is kind of related to machinery and things. I guess at the end of the day, it's easier to ask a farmer what they really think than going through a load of kind of newsletters or something, or questions sent in the post. So they contacted me, I suppose, because I'm a bit visible on the internet or something, I suppose. Anyway, here's the question and answer session I did, and I sent back, and I think it was used at some sort of not a conference, but a meeting where they were discussing their needs or whatever. I never really quite found out, but you know, it was I felt it was a good thing to do, really, to engage with someone. Anyway, that's enough of that. Have a look at the video. Okay, so I'm just going to answer a few questions I've been sent by Rachel Plum. Hopefully this can help you with whatever you're doing in your workshop or whatever. First of all, I'd like to say that my name is Richard Cornock, and I'm a small-scale dairy farmer from Tillerington in South Gloucestershire. We milk about 70 cows, and we also have our own followers, young stock, and we basically buy machinery like this, a massive Ferguson tractor behind, and bits and bobs. I'm also a YouTube blogger or vlogger. I go under the name of The Funky Farmer, and I do kind of show videos of what I do on the farm. Some of them are a bit like this. And occasionally I do a few that are a bit like this. So it's a bit of fun, really. But you can see that. If you want to go to The Funky Farmer on YouTube, great, do. So I've got a few questions here, and I can answer them as best I can, although I'm not kind of like a big scale farmer that maybe is the right thing for what you're looking for. Okay, where do you go when you're looking for buying farm equipment? Well, basically, we don't buy a massive amount of farm machinery because we do get contractor-based stuff in. But when I do, I tend to look around small ads in farming, agri ads and things. Also, quite an important thing is the dealers, because quite a lot of people who sell tractors, farm machinery tractors, also sell second-hand farm machinery or new farm machinery. So I tend to really buy through a dealer. I don't think we've bought actually that much machinery straight from an individual farmer, partly because it's hard to track them down, and it's always easier to go and look at a dealer's, but also you feel like you've got back up with them, really. A bit like buying a car. If you go to a car dealership, you feel like you can take it back if it goes wrong. On average day, what digital channels do you use? Sorry. Both from a personal and work perspective. Okay, so it's a bit of interaction between the both, really. I use Facebook a lot for my own personal use. I've also got a Facebook page for The Funky Farmer, so I use that to kind of promote what I do. I also use Facebook again for finding out what other people are doing on farming related things. Certainly the NFU are quite good at that. Don't use Twitter. I've got a Twitter account actually, but and it's in my name, Funky Farmer, but what I'm a bit worried about is actually activating that, because I don't know how much time it will take from me. So I've parked it for now. Might interact on that at some point, but you know, got to be careful, because I'm trying to do a working job here all the time. Don't necessarily want to spend all my time looking at a phone going, ooh, what's on Twitter? Websites wise, I use those as and when I need them, really. If I'm looking at a bit of information, buying things, eBay even. But I mean, the world's your oyster now, and it has made farming a lot easier in the fact that I can be in a field somewhere and I can pick up my phone and order something while I'm actually walking down to check the cattle or something, instead of thinking I've got to do it in the evening. Okay, so let me just see now. Get this in order. Do you attend farming agriculture events? Yes, I do. But again, time's limited. I tend to try and go to an agricultural show, even take my kids to that. They're usually very good, actually, because there's a bit of everything. And if you're looking to get farmers there, you need to get something for the kids and family, perhaps, because they're all interrelated. I go to other farming related events if someone's laying on a demo, or maybe they have information evenings where they might tell you about things that you need to know, like in say the single farm payment, or treating an animal with, say, hoof problems. Some of the vets lay on evenings for that. So again, that's all dependent on how much spare time I've got. What do you use to manage performance on your farm? A bit of string, a bit of bale of twine, and fingers crossed. No, that's not true. Performance wise, we do things like we have the cattle monitored milk recording when they're being milked, so we're checking to see what their milk yields like, but also things like butter fat, things like cell count. I mean, you might not know what that means, but you can look that up. You also, sorry, I've forgotten the question. Manage performance. Well, basically things like sampling of the silage, so you can check what the analysts of analytics of that are, and then you can see what you need to balance your feeding with. So things like that, and also basically you have vets, interaction with your vets really for animals, things like that. So it's kind of like you draw on different people for different knowledge, really, I think, to help you with that. What are you looking for in your current tractor suppliers? Well, backup, really. It's not just about selling a piece of machinery, it's where am I going to get it serviced, where am I going to get the parts when they go wrong, because it will go wrong. And that is critical to me. I don't really want a dealer that's 100 miles away, because when that goes wrong and if I have to pick up the phone, he's not going to be able to nip out and just have a look. He's not going to be able to get the parts to me that day, probably. And I see this a lot actually by the type of tractors that are in the area, really dependent on the dealership, because we had a New Holland dealer locally and they moved out of the area, and Massey Ferguson came into the area as a dealership nearby, and they basically took all their clients because the farmers thought, I'm not driving miles to a dealer, I want one down the road, and suddenly you start seeing a lot of Massey Fergusons pop up. So that's the kind of situation with a dealer, really. What influences decision to buy something new? A few things with that, really. Firstly, does it warrant me buying it new? Realistically, if I'm only going to use a piece of machinery for maybe a day or two, it's not really worth me having something brand new in the shed depreciating. So second hand might be okay. Other thing is price. Okay, now you've got to make sure that it's justified in the cost. But also there's a balance as well between second hand and new in the reliability factor, because obviously if you buy new you feel like you've got a backup. You can ring up someone and say this isn't working properly, it should be still under warranty. Also, you know, is second hand's great, it saves you money in the short term, but maybe in the long term that's not necessarily a great decision, because if it goes wrong it's cost you more money. So sometimes it's nice to buy new because you know that you've got that backup. So there's a few things there, really. And finally, do you look for any thoughts or influences, companies, brands within the farming community? Let me have a look at that. Just really that's about looking for people that I look at for information, I think. Well, basically I kind of do actually look at different websites and things. One of them is Ian Potter. He does basically about milk pricing things, so that's important to me. And again, National Farmers Union, I'm subscribed to their emails that send out information, and also look on their social media because they're quite good, because they cover a whole range of farming. Farmers for Action, I'm not a member of that, but I kind of follow them on Facebook because it's quite interesting to see what other farmers have to say about milk. At the moment, milk price is very critical to a dairy farmer like me, so information coming through from different sources is quite good. But generally I don't actually follow a lot of bloggers and vloggers and stuff myself, primarily because I haven't really got the time to sit around and just follow everybody. But what I do is I kind of dip my toe in when I need that information. So for instance, if I need to find out about a tractor I'm going to buy, I might go on a farming forum or just Google that tractor and find out what other people are saying, look on manufacturers' websites, things like that. So I kind of use it when I need it, if you like. A bit like maybe you're using me today because you need some information about a farmer, but otherwise, who the hell's Rich Cornock? It's not important to you tomorrow, is it? Anyway, I hope that's kind of helped you. It's very difficult for me to know exactly what you want information-wise without doing a kind of one-to-one, face-to-face, really. I've just taken off an email here. Anyway, enjoy your meeting or wherever you are. Look out the window and see if anyone's having a good day, because I hope you are. Have a cup of coffee, enjoy your time, and maybe have a look on the Funky Farmer channel. Cheers.